equilibrium. There's a very intense, energetic, psychological dynamics in our world, which obviously affect us all on an individual level, on our relationships, and it puts us out of our center. So the equilibrium, it's an essential aspect of life. In astrology, symbolized by the sign of Libra, and in our body is coming and showing in the balance of our pH or acidity in our blood, and in our brain is characterized by how our brain hemispheres work, how much they are interacting in a harmonious way. It is always somewhat the easiest to lose the equilibrium. It is actually something that a guru once said, that the spiritual path is like walking through the sharp edge of a sword. And well, that tells a lot. The sharp edge of a sword, it means that it's almost impossible in the spiritual path, in the path of infinity, where you connect to the infinity, to maintain the actual equilibrium. We get out of our zone of equilibrium every 24 hours, as a matter of fact. Our elements, the 5 elements we know, earth, water, fire, air, ether, all of them are subjected to the changes in the elements in the surroundings. So equilibrium is one of the aspects that yogis have identified as essential to train. So we train equilibrium in keeping physical postures. We train equilibrium in the way we breathe. The equilibrium for yogis has always been essential. To keep a life of a certain discipline is precisely to keep an equilibrium, to walk through life. The discipline aims at helping us to walk the path of the middle, where you don't sleep too much but not too little. You don't eat too much but not too little. You don't exert yourself with tasks and duties, but you don't procrastinate and let everything just be without any mindfulness. There's an equilibrium, and that's the path. Life is about walking in the middle between chaos and order. That's an interesting idea. If you think, why would you want to walk in the middle? Why don't you just walk in order? Or in other words, in pure discipline? No, because that sooner or later tends to become very oppressive. Too much order in life, in one's life, becomes oppressive. And it could become self-oppressive, which is the worst, because you don't realize that you are repressing or pressing or suppressing aspects of yourself for the sake of discipline. But you can't live in pure chaos either, because nothing really can be achieved, manifested, consolidated in a context of chaos. And life, at the end, is actually a mixture of chaos and order, of light and shadow, of goodness and bad stuff. And we need to learn to walk with equilibrium, to be able to hold our center, and that is when you are yourself. If you are yourself, you can be in your center. Because if you are not yourself, you're abandoning your center. And if you abandon your center, then you can be easily manipulated, easily pushed, or easily vulnerable to the variations of the environment, to the variations of the context.